Hello children, welcome to Guru Gedara English language program. Today we are here with another interesting lesson. So we have Miss Indira and now she will take the lead.
Thank you, Miss Nirmala. So today we are going to talk about something very special in our English language learning. Miss Nirmala, can you guess? It is competency level 4.3.
It's a grammar one and vocabulary as well.
Yes, you are very correct. So shall we see what is it? Yes, it is find synonyms and antonyms.
By the way, Indira, can you remember that lady who was wearing a very beautiful sari?
Yes, I can remember. She is wearing a very nice sari, isn't she?
Yes.
Yes. Now children, we are actually talking about a lady wearing a very nice sari, and Miss Nirmala said a lady is wearing a
Beautiful
sari, and I said the lady is wearing a nice sari. Did you realize what we are talking?
Nice and beautiful.
Yes, nice and beautiful. Did you recognize it, children? Yes, I think you all are very smart. You did. Because we are talking in synonyms. Miss Nirmala is talking beautiful sari. I am talking about a nice sari. So the same sari we are talking in synonyms. So Miss Nirmala, our lesson today, find synonyms and antonyms. So first we will see what is a synonym. Do you know what is a synonym, Miss Nirmala?
Yes, a word with the same meaning.
Yes, sometimes you may have already heard this word synonym, or you may have done exercises based on this or activities based on this. You may have used another word for this synonym, that is similar words. Now can you remember? You have done activities on similar words, aren't you? Yes. So we'll have a look. What is a synonym? First we should be very clear about what is a synonym. So we'll look at the board. A synonym is a word that means exactly or nearly the same as another word in a language. That means the words may be different, but the meaning can be same or exactly the same. So we were talking about a sari, a beautiful sari, a nice sari, a pretty sari. Here we have the example. The synonym for beautiful is pretty. We can say she is a pretty girl. How can we put a synonym and say the same sentence, Miss Nirmala? She is a pretty girl.
She is a beautiful girl.
Exactly. I think your children, you also can do this. She is a pretty girl, or you can say she is a beautiful girl. Look at the next one. Fast, the synonym is quick, right? So, likewise, we can talk about the same word in different words. So, the word with the different word but the same meaning is called a synonym. Yes, sometimes, remember, sometimes a word may have more than one meaning. It is not only limited to English, isn't it, Miss Nirmala?
Yes.
Even our mother tongue, Sinhala, also have the same thing. It may have several synonyms for one particular word. It is more likely in English as well. So shall we have a look? Happy,
Joyful,
content,
cheerful.
so there are three synonyms here.
But all give the same idea.
Yes, job,
We can call occupation
or we can say position.
or we can say role.
Yes, So, job is also having 3 synonyms. But if you refer to a dictionary, you may get more than these 3 synonyms. So, why don't you do that? I think it's very helpful in your language learning. And true, the word true,
Correct,
accurate,
real.
genuine.
Yes, of course, with different situations, the idea may change,
Yeah.
but you can take them as similar words.
Yes, so here there are 4 synonyms. Earlier it was 3, but here 4. So that means a word may have more than one synonym in certain places. But remember, though it has several words as synonyms, the idea will be the same. Okay? So, what do you feel about this picture, Miss?
Very beautiful pictures. Let us
Yes.
see what is it about.
Yes. Before you look here, there is a big bubble here. These 2 children are saying something. Yes. So, synonyms are 2 words that mean the same thing. So, they say they have understood. Synonyms are 2 words that mean the same thing. So, shall we have a look, Miss? Look at this dog.
Dog is running fast.
Yes. So, there's a synonym given for the word fast. Did you detect it? Did you find it, children? It is quick. It is quick.
Fast equals to quick.
Quick. Now, you can see a part of a butterfly. So, you know usually butterflies are beautiful. Miss, did you find the synonym for the beautiful?
Of course, beautiful and pretty.
Yes, you can say either it's a beautiful butterfly or you can say it's a pretty girl, but the idea is the same. And here, what is it? This boy looks sleepy. Can you see? He is yawning with a big yawn.
He must be tired.
Yes, so he is sleepy and the synonym for sleepy is tired. So, though the words are different, the idea is the same. So, he is sleepy as well as tired. Both the ideas are the same thing. Did you understand, children, what is synonym? I think our children did. So, we will have a look. Okay, now why are we
Yes.
talking about synonyms so
This
much?
is what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Why? Why should we learn? Why do we put some emphasis on learning synonyms?
Yes, it is a very important question that Miss Nirmala asked. Thank you, Miss. Yes, why it is important to learn synonym? Any idea, children? Miss?
Sometimes they save you. They save you because when you find it difficult to come with one idea, you can give another word for that.
Yes, exactly. Remember, sometimes when you are using a language, you may have to repeat the same word again and again. Do you think it's a good thing to do, Miss?
No, it's beautiful if you can use some other word instead of repeating the same word.
Yes. So, sometimes when it comes to using the same word repeatedly over and over again, the language user, when the language user do that, the person who listens to the language or learning the language might feel rather boring. Oh my goodness, this word is again here. Don't we feel sometimes? Yes, that's why we learn synonyms. It is important to learn synonyms. Let's have a look at what it is said here in the board. Yes, Miss?
They can be lifesavers when you want to avoid repeating the same word over and over again, which makes a language rather boring to the users.
Yes, thank you, Miss. So, they can be lifesavers. What is a lifesaver? Lifesaver comes to help when you are in a deep trouble. Remember, when you are using a language, if you don't use it in a very attractive, innovative way, Sometimes you can be in a trouble. Especially children, when you are in an exam, you are being asked to write an essay. If you don't know some synonyms for particular word, you might be in trouble. So here, the lifesavers come to help you. So what are these lifesavers? Synonyms. If you know your synonyms, you don't have to repeat the same word again and again. So that makes the user of the language not boring. Otherwise, it makes the language learner or the user rather boring. So if a language is boring, Miss, how do you feel?
Yes, you don't feel like learning it or using it, right? So I think it's better to learn more words, new words, so that you can replace the same word instead of using it again and again.
To do that, remember children, to do that you have to do certain things. One is read a lot. Now you are learning English language as your second language. Why don't you try to learn or try to read some texts outside your textbook? Take some magazines, some papers and read. Then you will get the grasp of lot of synonyms automatically. So if you want to learn a language in a very effective manner, you have to do lot of reading as well as writing outside the textbook given.
And of course, they have to refer the dictionary as well, so you can learn new words.
Very helpful tip you have given, Miss Nirmala. You can't forget a dictionary when you are learning a language. A dictionary is a must. As a English language learner, it is very important that you start using a dictionary. So please do that, children. Shall we move on with our lesson, Miss?
Yes, children.
Yes. So after learning why it is important to learn synonyms, this is one reason. We have another reason ready for you. Yes. Synonyms can make our writing or speaking more descriptive and more specific, whereas the listener or the reader can easily understand what we are trying to communicate precisely. Am I too long, Miss?
I think you had your pauses so they could understand it very well.
Yeah.
Let us see once again. You can see your writing can be more descriptive, then you can describe it, and you can make it more specific. You are writing to the point when you know the correct word. And then you can easily understand what the idea is communicated there.
Yes, very simple and very exciting explanation. Thank you, Miss. Yes. Children, as Miss said, if you want to write very nice essay for your exam, try to learn synonyms, because here synonyms can make our writing or speaking more descriptive. I mean, it can describe more descriptive and more specific. What we really want to say will be given in a correct manner if you know your synonyms. And if you are listening to the language, if you are a listener of a language or a reader of a language, you can easily understand what they are trying to tell you. Because if they are not using the regular word, if they are using another synonym in that place, you know what they are trying to tell you. So it is very important that you know your synonyms. And finally, what we are trying to communicate precisely. You know, the utmost target of learning a language is communicating. We want to communicate outside of our society, outside of our country. So if you want to communicate, you should know that particular language's synonyms, because precisely, exactly if you want to tell something, you should know these things. Isn't it, Miss?
Yes, of course.
Right. So,
Let us move on to some more information about the learning synonyms, children.
yes, shall we? English language and many other languages have many more words which have synonyms that are useful to the users of these languages to communicate with other parties. As I mentioned just now, if you want to communicate out of your circle, the English language is the very precise language to do that. Don't you agree, Miss?
Yes, of course, because mostly English is used more, in variety of places, in variety of countries. So, if you find it, if one person find it difficult to understand the word that you have given, you can give a simpler word instead of the word that the other person found it difficult.
Yes, very good, very correct. So, if you don't know a word that somebody said, even if you can refer to a dictionary.
Yes, of course.
And find a synonym and try to figure out what this person is trying to tell you. Now look at this picture. These are some greetings in different languages, but still they are synonyms. Why? Because they are being saying to give the same idea in different languages. Here in English it is hello. In French it's bonjour. So in Spanish it's hola. But same idea, right? So remember, even if it is English or any other language, it is very important that you learn your synonyms. Okay? So with that in our mind, shall we move on to some synonyms of English language, Miss?
Yes, I think an activity would be really interesting now.
Yes. So before an actual activity given to you, we are going to help you with some synonyms. Miss, can you read the word, then I can tell the synonym to our children?
Yes. Happy.
Joyful, content. So happy, you know, when you are in a joyful mood, you say you are happy. When you are contented, you are happy. So all the words stands for the synonym happy. The synonyms are joyful and content.
The next one, important.
Important. She is an important person in the school. Either you can say significant, vital. Either a way, the same idea being expressed. So important, the synonyms are significant and vital. So if you are smart enough, if you have your dictionaries, why don't you find more synonyms for these words?
The next one, lucky.
She's a lucky girl. You can say she's a fortunate girl. Fortunate. Miss?
Nice.
Pleasant. She's a nice lady. She's a pleasant lady.
Old.
Old. Yes, I think already you know the answer. Ancient.
Quarantine.
Yes, this is a word that you hear these days most of the time. Quarantine. Yes. What is the synonym for quarantine? Isolation. Quarantine means you are moving away from the other people and staying rather alone, and kind of it is an isolation.
So you have learnt a new word these days, children.
Yes, with this pandemic, you may have learnt a lot of new words other than quarantine and isolation, don't you?
Yes, of course. The next one, true.
Correct. Accurate. So sometimes in your English papers you might be find the correct answer, write true or false, write the accurate answer and underline or something like that, Miss.
Yes.
So these are some synonyms in English. So Earlier we discussed words. Remember, synonyms can be used in sentences. So, here we have used some very simple sentences. These two sentences are very simple sentences. Miss, yes?
Yes. I will read the first one. My mother was upset.
Yes.
My mother was upset.
Now look at the words underlined. Those words can be replaced with synonyms. See how they have how it has been done, children? My mom was angry. My mom was angry. So here mom is not a word that you usually use
Yeah,
in
it's a very informal term.
informal
but
term.
of course you can use it as a similar word.
Yes, my mom was angry. Second one.
Upset. So it's angry, upset. Both are same.
Same, yes. Shall we move on to the next sentence?
I broke her best vase.
So what have I done? I broke her best vase. What are the synonyms for broke and best? Broke, we can replace it with the word shattered or the synonym shattered, and the best can be replaced with the synonym favorite.
No wonder the mother was upset, children, because it had become her favorite vase.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so best vase, favorite word. Favorite vase is the same.
Yes. So these two sentences are rather very simple sentences. So we are going to take a look at the sentences when they are combined. Look at the combined sentence. My mother was upset when I broke her best vase. So how can you give the same idea? By using synonyms for the underlined words. Miss, I think you can help me there.
Yes. My mum was angry when I shattered her favorite vase.
Yes, so the two sentences earlier we discussed are combined here also. It is my mom was angry when I shattered her favorite vase. So all these underlined words have synonyms. Here mother, the
Mom.
synonym mom. Upset, the synonym
Angry,
broke, the
shattered,
best,
favorite.
favorite. Miss, shall we try our hand with some sentences like
Yes,
that?
I think so. That is more interesting.
Okay. How do we do? You tell the sentence or do I say the synonym?
Okay, whatever the way.
Okay.
You can give a start.
Okay. I have nice saris.
You have beautiful saris.
Yes. So Miss used a synonym for nice. Say instead of nice, Miss used the synonym beautiful.
Elephant is huge.
Elephant is big.
Elephant is large. Elephant is enormous. See how many words and you can replace this word big.
Or else you can say this is a lovely flower.
This is a pretty flower.
This is a beautiful flower. Okay. So I think our children can make up more sentences like this. Can you?
Yes, of course. Give it a try, children.
Yes. So with that knowledge, let's learn more synonyms. Miss, shall we?
Yes. Silent,
Quiet,
rest,
relax,
sad,
unhappy,
blend.
mix,
You're blending and you're mixing. Yes. Big,
large or huge,
start,
begin,
convene also you can say the same idea. Help,
assist. Yes. So these are some of the synonyms that you may come across already. So have a look at that again. Quiet, the synonym is
silent,
relax,
rest,
unhappy,
sad,
mix,
blend,
large,
big,
huge,
big,
begin,
start,
assist.
help.
So either a way they are synonyms. Okay. So I think it's enough of telling them about synonyms.
Yes, this is a high time to do an activity now, children.
So here it is. So what is it? You have to match the synonyms to the given word. Miss, can you do the honors of reading the words?
Yes, difficult, true, bring, new, easy, strong, skinny.
So the synonyms are, they are not in the correct position.
Yes,
It is
let us read the list also in the box, children. Correct, thin, simple, fetch, fresh, tough, hard.
okay.
Why don't we give them some time so they can try this?
Yes, children, please take a piece of paper, a pencil or a pen, and can you please write down the synonyms in your paper? Then we will give, after giving you the time, we are going to check the answers. Don't worry, we are going to help you there. So take 1 or 2 minutes to do this, please.
I think most of these words are really familiar to them. So you can start with the easy, familiar words, and then you can move on to the difficult ones.
Difficult ones. Even we do that in the exams.
Yes, that is what you have to do.
Yes, we do first what we know, leaving what we don't know. Then you try to get the guessing game, do the guessing
With
game.
less number of words.
Words.
I think by now they might have finished.
Yes, Miss, shall we?
Yes. Children, what is the word that you got for difficult?
Yes, it should be hard, isn't it, Miss?
Yes.
Have you got it correct, children? Then
True.
yes, got it? It should be correct.
Bring.
Children, have you got it?
Bring something. Fetch something.
It should be fetch.
New.
It's a new sari. Okay. What can
It's a
you
new
say?
day. It's a fresh day.
Fresh. It is fresh.
Easy.
I think this task is easy for our children.
A simple task.
So Miss is giving you, helping you. Okay.
Strong.
So easy, simple, strong.
Tough.
It's a tough job, right? Okay.
Yes.
Tough.
Skinny.
Did you find it, Miss?
Yes.
I think our children also would have found it now. It should be thin. Okay. So now we did the answers orally. Now
Let
we-
us check now, children.
Yes, have a look. So these are the answers. Difficult,
Hard.
true,
Correct.
bring,
Fetch.
new,
Fresh.
easy,
Simple.
strong,
Tough.
skinny.
Thin.
Okay. Have you got all correct, children? If not, don't worry. You can always correct yourselves. Please do that. And learn these synonyms because they are going to be very helpful in your studies or in your syllabus. Shall we move on to our
Next activity.
yes?
Yes. Now here, children, you have to select a synonym for the underlined words. Some words have been underlined, so you have to replace them with another word.
Yes. So these words
Words
are
are there, yes.
it is given
Yes.
distant,
Difficult,
unhappy,
gentle,
huge. So these are the words. Shall we read the sentences for them, Miss?
Yes. The first one, my teacher gives hard homework.
Second one.
James is sad about his exam results.
Third one.
My cousins live far from our hometown.
Fourth one.
We have a big apple tree in our garden.
And the last sentence.
Greta is a kind girl.
Okay, so the underlined words are hard, sad, far, big, kind.
Yes, hurry up and do it, children. You got the words distance, distant, difficult, unhappy, gentle, huge.
Okay.
You don't have to copy all these things. Just write number 1, hard, number 2, sad, 3, far, 4, big, 5, kind. So hurry up and find the correct word.
No need to write the whole sentence.
Yes.
As Miss said, write the underlined word and try to get the synonym. I think we have to give them some time, Miss.
Yes,
Aren't we?
yes.
Yes. So these are some sentences which are very familiar, right? Okay.
Homework can be hard and some homework are. Yes, find the word.
So you also may have teachers like this teacher, right?
Sometimes exam results make you sad, and there is another thing, the opposite of this, right?
So you may be having cousins who are living far from your native place or your hometown.
Yes.
So it can be another word here.
Some trees are small and
trees
some are big.
And there can be kind girls. So you can say this particular Greta is a kind girl, but as well as you can write a synonym for that from here. Shall we check the answers?
Yes.
Are
Children?
you ready? Shall we? What do you say, Miss?
Yes, of course. I think time is enough.
Yes. Here are the answers. Hard. What is it?
Difficult,
Synonym is difficult. Sad.
unhappy,
Far.
distant,
Big.
huge,
Kind.
gentle.
So these are the synonyms for these underlined words. So we ask you to take a piece of paper, just write the underlined words and write the synonyms. So that's what we have done here. So I hope you got it all correct, don't you? Yes, it seems that they have got it correct, Miss.
Yes. So let us move on to another activity, children.
This is now, earlier we have been talking about words, then sentences. Now we are here in a paragraph. So this is not the whole paragraph. This is here a part of the paragraph. So the other part is on the other slide. So we'll first try to do this. How do you feel, Miss?
Yes, of course. Children, I will read the instructions so it will be clear what you are going to do now. Select a word from the box which has similar meaning to the words or phrases given within brackets. There are 3 extra words. It's a little tricky, so you have to think there are misleading words also.
Yes. So not only one, there are 3.
Yes. So let us read the words. Afraid, rushed, barely, tendered, pitifully, cruel, hate, helped.
Okay, shall I read them again? Afraid, rushed, barely, tended, pitifully, cruel, hate, helped. Okay, look, shall we move on to the paragraph? Then
Yes.
we can read it for them, Miss.
Yes, when you go through it, it will be clear, children. Mum, see what I found, shouted Ravi as he blank raced through the front door.
It's a bird. I found it in the park on my way home. Ravi's sister ran out of her room. She looked at the baby bird with blank, hardly any feathers. Yes, now children, what you have to do is, first we'll find the synonyms for the first two blanks.
Yes, the words are within brackets, raised and hardly. All right, see whether you can find similar words to these given words, children, out of the list given here.
Yes.
Afraid, rushed, barely, tendered, pitifully, cruel, hate, helped.
Yes, so I have helped you
Given
while
the
Miss
first
is
one.
reading. Okay, so it is raised. The similar word or the synonym is rushed.
Yes, so you can see, let us read it again, children. Mum, see what I found, shouted Ravi as he rushed through the front door. So raised, rushed, same words.
It's a bird. I found it in the park on my way home. Ravi's sister ran out of her room. She looked at the baby bird with
Hardly any feathers. Hardly, that's an
Not
adverb.
much feather.
Yes, hardly means no, right? It does not have feathers. So what is another word to replace that, children?
Have you found it?
I gave you a clue. It's an adverb.
Here, miss. Yes, you have got it correct. It is barely a baby bird with barely any feathers. So the baby bird, it does not have any feathers.
Almost no feathers.
No, almost no feathers. Yes, so the rest of the paragraph. So we'll move a bit, I think we have to move a little quick because now our children know what are synonyms.
Yes. Ravi told her that the bird had fallen from a branch. It chirped pathetically and seemed to have lost its mother. Being frightened that someone might hurt it, he decided to bring it home.
For several weeks, Ravi and his sister looked after the baby bird. One day, Ravi saw that the bird seemed restless and knew that it was the time to let it go and be free as a bird. So Ravi didn't want to keep it in a cage. So he is ready to let it go, to be free. Okay. Are you ready with the synonyms? Miss, shall we?
Yes. Hope you can remember the words, children.
Pathetically. What is the synonym, miss?
Pitifully.
Pitifully.
Very sorrowfully.
Frightened. So the bird was frightened.
Afraid.
Yes. And finally, looked after. So when you are looking after something, you use this synonym.
You take care of. Tendered.
Yes. So this is a paragraph based on synonyms. So we hope that we manage to teach you something related to synonyms. So remember, our lesson today is not only on synonyms, we have another sections to learn. Miss?
Yes. I think now high time to learn the other section of this lesson, that is antonyms.
Antonyms. So what is an antonym? You may already know it. Have you heard opposite words? Yes, you do. So a synonym for opposite is antonym. So already you know what is a synonym. A synonym for opposite is antonym. So what is an antonym? An antonym is a word that has a contrasting or an opposite meaning to a given word in a language. So contrasting or opposite, completely different meaning of the given word. So shall we have a look at the examples?
Yes. Large. What is the opposite, children? Small.
Small, yes. Fast,
Slow.
yes. So this is the antonym, not synonym. A synonym for antonym is opposite. Don't get confused. Now you know what we are talking. Shall we move on to the next one? Do you like this picture?
Yes, there are many things here.
Actually, what you have to do is, miss, you have to find the antonyms of these words. I am going to start. Are you ready?
Yes, I hope the students are also ready, children.
Are you ready, children? Okay. What is the antonym for hot, miss? Can you see the thermometer?
Thermometer there and ice there. Hot and cold.
Yes, can you see the ice is here? It's cold. And miss, antonym for big?
Oh,
The
small.
big elephant?
Small.
Yes, a tiny or
Tiny.
small
Yes.
rat. And here, up,
You go up and come down.
it's this antonym. Here, this is an easy sum, but this is a
Hard.
hard sum. Okay? So, you understood this antonyms of hot is cold, big, it's the antonym is small, up, down, easy, hard. So, you already learned some antonyms. Okay, are you ready to know why we learn antonyms? Now, we learned why synonyms are important. So, you should know why we are learning antonyms. It is because the study of antonyms will not only help us to choose the most appropriate word as we speak and write, but also sharpen our overall sense of language. In simple words, if you want to use good language, you should know your synonyms as well as your antonyms.
Antonyms.
Yes. So if you know your synonyms and antonyms very well, you are a good user of that particular language. Overall sense of language is good. Okay. So now sometimes you are given an antonym in a sentence. There should be some way to recognize this is the antonym of this word. So I am going to help you to get it done. Yes. How do we recognize an antonym? Yes, miss? We have to get some help. To recognize an antonym in a language, we can get some help. What is this help? Yes,
Some,
miss?
Signal words. They will indicate what it is.
Yes. So that is to identify the signal words or phrases in the language when using an antonym as you listen or read in that language. So remember, if you are going to read or listen to a particular language, there are signal words that indicates, this is antonym of that word, can be, likewise you can guess. Shall we have a look at some examples,
Yes,
miss?
I think that then children will understand better.
Yes. Look at let's have a look at the following sentences. Yes, it can be a problem for some, but I am going to help you. Miss, the first one.
Jane is tall, but Anne is short.
So you don't know this. What is this sentence? But when you read this red color word but, Jane is tall, but Anne is short. It indicates
That we are going to talk about a different idea to the previously given idea.
yes, okay. My dad is having a hard time at his office. It must not be simple. So with the word not, we know hard
It's going to
antonym
be
is
different.
Yes. Unlike yesterday, I am going to be careful, Mom. I promise I won't be careless. Unlike. So that is a signal word or a phrase.
So yesterday he was very careless.
Yes.
So this time he is promising his mother, and unlike yesterday, I'm going to be very careful today.
Yes. Okay. So these are some signal words and phrases. Not, but, unlike, yet. So they are different from, however. So when you see these words, you can identify these are signal words to indicate or to identify whether they are
The rest of the sentence is going to be an opposite idea
or maybe a similar
a
idea.
similar idea as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So there are some antonyms. Shall we tell our children what they are here?
I
Good
think
apple.
all these things you are familiar with, children.
Yes. Yes, an apple. A good apple. And the opposite is bad apple.
Of course, there are other words like rotten and all. We are just helping with a few examples, so you can find the other words that you can use instead of bad.
Yes. Shall we check our antonyms list, miss?
Yes.
Old,
New,
black,
white,
top,
bottom,
open,
close,
begin,
end,
full,
empty,
thin.
fat.
So these are very simple antonyms. So we have some sentences where you can use these antonyms. Yes, read the sentences and circle the antonym of the underlined word. So the underlined word is given. What you have to do is draw a circle for the antonym. Miss?
Yes. There are picture clues, children. The present is large,
So what is the antonym of large?
big, small. Yes,
it is.
large and small.
The ship is under the bridge. What is the antonym of under?
Under, there are two words, over, near. Under and over.
Yes, what is it? Over. The ant is tiny. The opposite or the antonym of tiny.
Is big.
Yes. They are pretty.
They are referred, the flowers, here.
What is the antonym of pretty?
Ugly.
The cup is circular.
Out of the given words, of course, it should be rectangular because it's a different shape, but we can't call it exactly the opposite. But yes, circular and a different shape.
Okay. So I hope our children manage to do this activity with us very quickly. Shall we move on to another activity? So these are the answers. Okay, you can double check your answers. Yes, this is actually from your workbook. Please take your workbook. This is Unit 10, Activity 1. In your workbook, turn to Unit 10 and look at the Activity 1. So what you have to do is match the words given under A with their opposites under B. So shall we read the A
Yes.
under A words, miss?
Honest, generous, kind-hearted, clever, optimistic.
And the given antonyms, but they are not in order: cruel, stupid, pessimistic, dishonest, tight-fisted.
All these words have come, you have studied these words in your previous activities, children. So I think by now these words are familiar to you.
Okay, are you ready? Shall we check the answers, miss?
Yes. Honest,
It can be. Yes, children, what it can be?
that is the very first lesson you have done, affixes.
Affixes, yes.
So here, this is one prefix that you can make opposites. You can make the opposites of words using un, im, ill, dis, un. So this is one.
Yes,
Honest,
dishonest.
dishonest.
Generous,
Yes, somebody is very generous,
ready to give.
but some are tight-fisted. They don't want to give anything from them.
Kind-hearted,
Yes, some are very kind-hearted, but some are cruel.
clever,
Yes, clever and stupid.
Optimistic.
Of course, this word, people with optimistic ideas and pessimistic. Optimistic people, they always see the good side of life,
Yes.
but the pessimistic people always see the negative aspect of life.
Okay, shall we check the answers, Miss? Yes. Honest, dishonest, generous, tight-fisted, kind-hearted, cruel, clever, stupid, optimistic, pessimistic. So, with that, we move on to another activity. I think we are not going to help them much.
No, no. This time you have to try,
Try,
children.
yes.
We will just read the sentences.
Yes,
The
this is
instructions are, okay, complete the given sentences, filling in each blank with a word opposite in meaning to the underlined word.
Okay, here is the activity.
Right. This paper is rough, but that one is smooth. Rough and smooth.
His humorous jokes were not liked by his
Humorous, serious.
The things that are cheap in summer are sometimes.
Cheap and expensive.
The ancient city is surrounded by a.
Ancient and modern.
An honest man does not like, you already know,
Honest, dishonest.
dishonest ways. So, this is an activity which helps you to understand antonyms more clearly and precisely. So, here, together, synonyms and antonyms. Yes. So, look at this side, it is synonyms, and on the other side, it is antonyms. What are the synonyms? Start,
Begin.
pretty,
Lovely.
quick,
Fast.
large,
Enormous.
scared,
Frightened.
tired,
Sleepy.
sick,
Ill.
bring.
Carry.
So, children, remember they are synonyms. Now we are moving to antonyms. Loud,
Soft.
fast,
Slow.
several,
Few.
front,
Back.
last,
First.
older,
Younger.
nervous,
Brave.
early.
Late.
So, this is synonyms and antonyms together. So, children, we have learned today what antonyms and synonyms are. I hope you can remember. And then we learned why they are important to us. Why synonyms are important? Because we don't want to repeat the same word again and again. Why antonyms are important? Because it gives us an overall sense of competency in a language. And we learned there are differences. What is the difference of a synonym and what is the difference of an antonym? And finally, we use them in language activities. Can you remember the activities we did? Yes. So, I hope we helped you in learning synonyms and antonyms accurately and properly. Aren't we, Miss?
Yes, Miss Indira, thank you very much. And I hope you will take a lead from this lesson and collect many antonyms and synonyms. Synonyms, same words, similar words. Antonyms, the different words. Words are opposite in meaning. So why don't you take a newspaper, some books, and find many antonyms and synonyms from that. So hope to meet you with another interesting lesson. Until then, have a pleasant day, children. Goodbye.